What is up, my fellow story addicts, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, and today we are strapping in for a ride along with one of the most interesting premises on TV. Imagine you're 40. The mortgage is real, the back pain is scheduled, and you've probably got a favorite spatula. Now imagine throwing all of that away to become a rookie cop with the LAPD. Surrounded by 20-somethings who are faster, stronger, and have never heard of a dial-up modem. That's the chaotic, hilarious, and surprisingly deep core of The Rookie. Today, we're doing a full-scale forensic breakdown of Season 1, Episode 1. We're going scene by scene, adding the fun, the sarcasm, the memes, and the emotional gut punches. So if you're ready, hit that subscribe button, and let's meet the oldest rookie in Los Angeles, John Nolan. The episode throws us right into the fire, a classic in media res opening. We see our guy, John Nolan, huffing and puffing his way down an alley, clearly in over his head. He looks less like a cop and more like a dad who got separated from his family at Disneyland. So, how on earth did we get here? Well, let's hit the rewind button 9 months back.
We meet pre-cop Nolan in his natural habitat, a small town in Pennsylvania. Inside a soul-crushingly beige bank. He's holding a stack of papers. The bank manager slides a pen over.
Happy divorce day.
That's not a thing.
Should be. When mine went through, I took the boys to Disneyland.
Not really feeling the Matterhorn.
If my soul had a face, this would be it. Nolan is at peak millennial ennui. He's lost his wife. He owns a construction company that feels like a dead end. He is a man adrift in a sea of his own meh. And just when he's at his absolute lowest, the universe decides to text him, "You up for some chaos?"
Get down! Get down!
Two robbers storm the place, waving guns and screaming for everyone to get down. Standard Tuesday for a bank, I guess. Everyone hits the deck, except Nolan is processing this differently. While everyone else is fearing for their lives, Nolan is on the floor having a full-blown existential breakthrough. He's practically live tweeting his own traumatic experience in his head.
You know, I met a girl, I fell in love, stick turned blue, so I dropped out of college and I got a job. I never really thought about what could have been, never pushed myself to be anything. This bank robbery is the most exciting thing that's happened to me in a lot of years. Is that sad? Because that sounds sad.
His weirdly calm, almost curious energy distracts one of the robbers. He asks Nolan a question, and this brief moment of connection is all it takes for a police officer to get the drop on them. The robbery is over, and for Nolan, it's a sign from the universe, a glowing neon sign in his brain that says, "Purpose, this way, dummy." He saw that cop and didn't just see a hero, he saw a way out.
9 months later, Nolan has sold his life, survived the academy, probably with a lot of icy hot, and is now walking into the lion's den. This is the Mid-Wilshire station, and the vibe is tense. He joins the other two rookies. First, there's Lucy Chen. She's a firecracker. Driven, smart, and clearly born to do this. She literally arrested someone on her way to her first day. She's got main character energy. Then there's Jackson West. He's a Nepo baby, but for cops. His dad is a commander in internal affairs, so he's basically police royalty. He knows every rule in the book, but looks like he's about to have a panic attack if you look at him too hard. The three of them in the locker room are a perfect trio of archetypes: the idealist, the overachiever, and the nervous wreck. The banter begins immediately. And then their trainers enter. The vibes immediately shift. Officer Angela Lopez, sharp and confident, is paired with West. Then Officer Tim Bradford walks in. Imagine if a caffeine addiction and a bad attitude had a baby. That's Bradford. He gets Chen. He doesn't say hello, he just gives her the test.
I've been shot.
What?
Where are you, Boot?
What?
I'm bleeding to death. You have to call for help. Where are you? Where are you? Now I'm dead. It's your fault. Get out.
What?
Get out and walk. You can get back in when you know where you are.
Oof, tough crowd. Nolan gets Officer Talia Bishop, a woman with ambition radiating off her in waves. She looks at Nolan like he's a bug she found in her salad. Before they can hit the streets, they must face the final boss, Sergeant Wade Gray, or as I like to call him, Sergeant Shade. He gives the morning briefing, but it's really a monologue aimed directly at Nolan.
The way we do things matters. Protocol and tradition are the metal from which every cop in this city is forged. Understand?
Yes, sir.
He turns his head slowly and stares directly into Nolan's soul.
A walking midlife crisis. You see, the LAPD isn't a place for you to find yourself.
The sheer ice in this man's veins. He's not just a skeptic, he's an anti-fan. The battle lines have been drawn. Nolan isn't just fighting crime, he's fighting the entire command staff's expectations. Out in the shop, Bishop makes her own position crystal clear.
Look, I don't give a damn about your age, Officer Nolan. I want to know if you're going to be a speed bump on my path to Chief of Police.
No, ma'am.
Nolan and Bishop's first call is a domestic disturbance. This scene is critical. Based on his life experience, Nolan senses that the larger husband is actually the victim of abuse from his smaller, aggressive wife. He voices this, but Bishop shuts him down, quoting statistics. This is a clash of philosophies, Nolan's gut instinct versus Bishop's by-the-book procedure. They leave, but the call comes back to haunt them. They return to find the husband stabbed and bleeding out. Nolan's desperate attempt at CPR fails. He's left covered in blood, having to face a devastating truth. His intuition was right, but his inability to act on it led to a man's death. It's a brutal first lesson.
While Nolan is having his heart-to-heart, Chen is an immobile nightmare with Bradford. He's not just teaching her, he's stress-testing her to the breaking point. He slams on the brakes in the middle of a busy street, a move that would make any driving instructor have a conniption. This is a hardcore education. It's brutal, but there's a method to his madness. He's trying to forge her into a weapon because he knows the streets are unforgiving. This is the normal rookie experience, and it's absolutely terrifying. But the reason for his intensity? Well, we're about to get a heartbreaking glimpse into that. Later, they pull over a car for a simple traffic violation. It seems routine. Bradford is all business, walking up to the passenger side, and then the camera focuses on the passenger. It's a woman, gaunt and fidgety. She's clearly high. Bradford freezes for a fraction of a second. The air goes out of the entire scene. This is his wife, Isabel, and she's an undercover narcotics detective, but she's clearly using. The driver is a low-life dealer. The man who preaches control, who demands perfection, is confronted with the ultimate chaos in his own life. He has to let her go to protect her cover, and the pain on his face is a physical thing. This moment right here, it recontextualizes everything about Tim Bradford. He's not just a tough-as-nails jerk. He's a man in constant, quiet agony, watching the person he loves get swallowed by the very world he polices. His obsession with rules, his hardness. It's a shield. It's his desperate attempt to control a world that robbed him of the one thing he couldn't control, his wife's addiction. This isn't just a scene. It's his entire character motivation laid bare, and it is gut-wrenching. Nolan and Bishop's day takes a turn for the bizarre when they get a call about a man causing a disturbance. It's the same guy from the domestic dispute. He's high on PCP now, and he's frantically searching for his son's kidnapper, a man riding a unicorn. Okay. They chase him, and it culminates in Nolan, a 40-year-old LAPD officer, getting stuck in a hedge. It's peak comedy. But the laughter stops dead when the man's ex calls Bishop's phone. The high guy took their kid and left him locked in a car in the middle of a Los Angeles heat wave. This is it, a life or death scenario, every cop's worst nightmare. They're in a frantic race against time, scanning every parked car. The tension is unbearable. Finally, Nolan spots him, a little boy passed out in the back seat. Nolan, fueled by adrenaline, smashes the back window with his baton and does it completely wrong, shattering the glass towards the kid. Bishop takes over, saves the kid, and medics rush in. The boy is okay, but Nolan is devastated. He nearly hurt the person he was trying to save. He failed. And who should roll up on scene to witness this whole disaster? Sergeant Gray. He doesn't say a word. He just gives Nolan a look that says, "I was right about you." It's a soul-crushing moment.
The sun goes down and the stakes go way up. A bulletin comes out for a known cop hater and violent felon. Bradford and Chen spot his car first. They pursue, and it immediately erupts into a full-blown shootout. Bradford gets hit. He's down, and Chen, on her very first day, has to drag her massive training officer behind cover while returning fire. The sheer terror and adrenaline on her face is incredible. She doesn't fold. She fights. Across town, Nolan and Bishop are dealing with a related suspect when the shots fired call comes over the radio. Bishop gives a direct order. We hold our position, secure our suspect. But Nolan hears that his fellow rookie is in danger, and he makes a choice. He disobeys. He leaves his partner and runs towards the sound of the guns, a massive violation of protocol. Simultaneously, West and Lopez confront a different suspect involved in the shootout. Lopez shouts, "Take the shot!" But West freezes. He just can't. His face is a mask of pure panic. The guy gets away. The one thing West has trained his whole life for, and in the crucial moment, he chokes. This is the moment of truth for West. He failed. In the world of the LAPD, that's a career-ending mistake. He knows it. He's waiting for the axe to fall.
If you don't have what it takes on the streets, then you're not a cop. Freeze up again and you're done. I'll call up your dad and tell him myself.
Chills. That is not mercy. That is cold, hard pragmatism. Lopez isn't saving West for his sake. She's saving herself from him. It's a brilliant piece of character work. She's a survivor, and she's giving him exactly one chance to become one too. It's a brilliant sequence showing three rookies making three different choices under fire. Chen rises to the occasion, West fails, and Nolan breaks the rules to do what he thinks is right. He eventually corners the main shooter who grabs a hostage. It's an impossible situation. But again, Nolan uses his superpower. He talks. He finds a human connection. He gets the shooter to hesitate for just 1 second. And in that second, bang! Nolan takes a clean shot to the leg. Hostage is safe. Suspect is down. He got the job done. But the look on Bishop's face says it all. You got lucky.
Back at the station, the adrenaline is fading. The rookies are processing the night. And then we get the twist. The big one. We see Nolan and Chen find a quiet moment together, and they kiss. They're dating. They've been secretly together since the academy. This is juicy. This is messy. This is against all the rules. A relationship between rookies is a career suicide pact. And who spots this forbidden smooch from the shadows? Officer Bishop, of course.
I know about you and Nolan. You're right to keep it secret, but you're wrong to keep it going. It'll brand you. Break things off before it's too late.
She pulls Chen aside later for some tough love. The ultimate dilemma, her career or her heart. The drama is officially piping hot. This is the scene we need to talk about. This is the real climax. Sergeant Gray, having witnessed Nolan's mistakes all day, the car window, the insubordination, goes directly to the top. He walks into Captain Zoe Anderson's office to do exactly what he threatened to do, get Nolan fired on day one. This is the core philosophical battle of the entire show, happening right here in this office. Gray represents order and protocol. He believes the rules exist for a reason, and that following them is the only way to ensure safety and professionalism. He sees Nolan as a chaotic element that threatens that order. Captain Anderson represents potential and humanity. She's the one who approved Nolan's application. She believes in the idea of him, that life experience can be a powerful tool in modern policing. She's willing to tolerate his mistakes because she sees a greater potential asset. Gray pushes hard. He lists every single one of Nolan's failures, but the captain holds her ground. And that's it. The verdict is in. Gray has lost the battle with his superior. The system, in the form of the captain, has chosen to protect Nolan. You can see the fury and frustration simmering in Gray. He's a man who believes he's trying to prevent a disaster, and his hands have just been tied. So what does he do? He takes the fight directly to the source. This is the actual final confrontation. Gray doesn't yell, he doesn't make a scene. He delivers a cold, quiet promise. It's far more menacing than any shouting match. Chills. That is a declaration of war. He's not just going to be Nolan's boss, he's going to be his hunter. He's waiting for him to fail. And Nolan's response is what makes the scene so powerful. He doesn't puff out his chest, he doesn't say, "I'm counting on it." He just looks his superior in the eye, absorbs the threat, and says with quiet, weary resolve, "I understand." He accepts the terms. He knows he's not just a rookie anymore. He's a rookie with a target on his back, placed there by the most powerful sergeant in the precinct. He didn't win a fight. He just survived his own execution, only to be told the war has just begun. Now that is how you end a pilot.
So, there you have it. The full story. The pilot of The Rookie sets up everything we need. A lovable underdog in Nolan, a rising star with a secret in Chen, a legacy kid who choked in West, and a hardened veteran in Bradford whose pain informs his every move. This show is more than just a cop procedural. It's a story about second chances, about the ghosts we carry with us, and about what it really means to start over when the deck is stacked against you. What do you guys think? Now knowing why Bradford is the way he is, does it change your opinion of him? And what about Lopez's decision? Was it the right call? Drop all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. I want to hear it all. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, do me a solid and smash that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns. Until next time, stay safe and keep watching.